UFO sightings are becoming increasingly common, and evidence of alien activity is constantly being leaked to the public. Governments are finding it harder to keep information regarding UFOs hidden, with no shortage of hacking attempts, and ex-government officials giving up more insights. No matter what you believe when it comes to UFOs, researchers say the evidence is in favour of alien life existing, and as more people are opening up to the possibility that we're not alone in the universe, more people are starting to take an interest. In 1983, when Gary McKinnon was just 17 years old, he went to his local cinema in North London to see a new movie called War Games. In the movie, a computer genius hacks into a Pentagon network. The movie had a big impression on Gary, and it got him thinking, maybe he could be a hacker too. Coupled with his interest in science fiction and UFOs, his passion for hacking was only ever going to lead him in one direction. Between February 2001 and March 2002, Gary McKinnon was able to hack into US computer networks, where he allegedly uncovered a whole host of information that would land him in deep water, facing possible extradition to the United States. If found guilty, he could have faced a 70-year prison term and up to $2 million in fines. As US prosecutors pushed for his extradition, it was eventually turned down by Theresa May in 2012, justifying her decision based on human rights grounds. Theresa May defended him by saying the following: "Mr. McKinnon is accused of serious crimes, but there's also no doubt that he's seriously ill. He has Asperger's syndrome and suffers from depressive illness. The legal question before me now is whether the extent of that illness is sufficient to preclude extradition. After careful consideration of all the relevant information, I have concluded that Mr. McKinnon's extradition would increase the risk of him ending his life, that a decision to extradite him would be incompatible with Mr. McKinnon's human rights." So the question is, what information did he expose? McKinnon claimed he had managed to gain access to NASA websites, and in an interview with Rich Planet TV, claiming to have found information relating to UFOs and extraterrestrial life. He claimed to have seen an Excel sheet, which had the ranks and names of unknown people, as well as other sheets which had tabs for material transfers between ships. He tried to do some research on the names of the ships, around 8 or 10 in total, but was unable to find any information relating to any of them. None of these ships were public knowledge, which led him to believe that they were either secret projects or part of a non-terrestrial US initiative. McKinnon stated the following: "It was not a typical thing in the military at all, so I took that as they probably had a secret space-based program." He also acknowledged that it was open to interpretation, and that it could have been another term for astronauts. He gained access to these top-secret documents through a program called LandSearch. After obtaining control over the domain, he had the capability to search all the files and folders on every machine. Some have linked this discovery in the NASA livestream sightings. NASA's live streaming service gives people the option to watch important launches and missions in real time, but the service also has a reputation for broadcasting other strange phenomena. UFO researchers believe the service has been pivotal in their search for alien activity on Earth. The live streaming service has often been at the center of discussions in UFO circles, and more people are now using these live cams to try and identify anything unusual. A strange object was seen hovering close to the ISS in July 2020. The donut-shaped UFO suddenly appeared during a live feed of the International Space Station, which caused the NASA livestream to go offline. Theorists believe it was NASA that took the service offline, as it coincided with the same time the initial sighting was made. The footage went viral, and UFO enthusiasts claimed it was proof that the space agency knew what they were seeing. Notable UFO hunter Scott C. Waring said the following: While watching the ISS, I noticed that a small glowing light was noticeable in the distance. This was over 2 radar dishes. However, due to it being hard to see, I assumed it wasn't worth reporting. But as I went further into the footage, I noticed that NASA went to a blue screen. This can often happen when changing cameras. As they went to a new camera, you can clearly see the space station putting the UFO in the center of the screen and enlarging it to maximum size. Though UFO enthusiasts have speculated such sightings to be of alien origin, scientists in the past have given much simpler scientific explanations for the sightings that have been reported on the live streams. According to former NASA engineer James Olberg, most UFO sightings are nothing more than space downdraft, and these can be seen floating in front of the cameras. This downdraft is often attributed to things like flakes of ice or debris. The realization of what's been seen in many videos is nothing beyond the norm. James Olberg also defended his position, claiming that it's natural for the human brain to try and make sense out of these small objects. Despite Olberg's defense, analysis on the objects from researchers in the field of UFOs claim that the behavior of these objects doesn't imply that they're debris of any kind. The movements of some of these objects seem to be completely unnatural, making sharp and sudden movements. Other objects in space have more recently been filmed, including during the SpaceX Dragon launch, which carried astronauts to the International Space Station. While the video was being live-streamed from the rocket itself, various bizarre and strange objects were seen hovering above Earth. In another clip, a strange UFO was seen leaving Earth and moving deeper into space before disappearing. One viewer claimed the following: after the launch of SpaceX's Falcon 9 crew demo, an object from Earth to space can be seen around the 14-minute mark. Is this a UFO, a piece of space junk, or a piece of the rocket? Others were reacting on social media during their live launch. Some viewers think they observed some UFOs at various points on the live feed, with many people sharing the clip of the event on Twitter with their opinion. Many UFO enthusiasts commented on this stream. A range of comments were about the flashing lights that could be seen, and many people stating they saw multiple UFOs, moving intensely and rapidly, which could not have resembled debris. While space junk seems the more plausible cause, something else could also be at work. Various other UFOs have allegedly been seen close to our Sun, causing UFO enthusiasts to suggest that these crafts are interested in our Sun, and that it may even fuel their ships. The reason they say this is because so many UFOs have been captured close to the Sun. NASA have said, however, that these can be explained, and what people are seeing is just camera anomalies. So what do you make of these unexplained UFO secrets, and what do you think Gary saw on those computers? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, and help us by growing this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.